sure. And we'll get to our next topic here shortly. But DE says, how do you guys like your crow? You both picked Michigan to lose. Now, I'm not quite sure if DE saw our last show, but I actually picked Michigan to. My score prediction was 35-31 Michigan.
Yeah.
So, DE, you're wrong. Thank you for your comment. Definitely appreciate it. Dre, I don't remember what your score prediction. What was your?
It was 21-17 Wisconsin. It was 21-17 Wisconsin, and that's fine. I mean, I'll eat crow. I mean, I'm happy for the win today. Like, I'm not. Trust me, I am not crying about my take being wrong, and
right.
You know, I love when people bring up stuff like that, and I make sure to go through, you know, look at, you know, how people feel, you know, when we do these videos and stuff like that, going and make sure get understand how you guys feel out there. You know, what is your point of view? And you know, I think people confuse pessimism and negativity with being objective and looking at the big picture of a team. And the recent history of how we played at Wisconsin on the hardball and the lack up to this game. This game was different up to this game of a legitimate passing attack that we can utilize when we need it. Gave me big cause for concern. Big cause for concern. So, based on what I known at that point, I don't feel bad about that take, and I'll gladly eat crow and move on 5-0 because all our goals are in front of us. But yeah, I mean, and that's what it's about, guys. You know, like when you're on the path to try to do something special in the season, it's all about checking boxes and getting over certain humps. It's never a smooth path. It's never a totally smooth road. And this is one of those humps that I thought Michigan would have. And today they jumped over it. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad to see it. But there will be more. And I will call it out if I see it. You know, if it's a team that I think we're going to beat easily, I'm going to say that. If I think we're going to struggle with a team because of the things that we don't do well or things they do well or vice versa, I'm going to say it. So, but no, I'm happy as you guys. We're moving forward, and that's it.
DE is not. He's not going to let it go.
That's fine. It's like let me say this too. I don't want to rant, but just 30 seconds for you people out there. Do you think that Michigan fans like me who are somehow looked at pessimistic, you think I want to say that stuff? Do you think that's, you know, do you think I want to come on here? Well, I would love to come on every video and go, hell to the victors. We're going to the Big Ten title game. We're going to win the Big Ten. We're going to the national title. Everybody in Ohio State's about to eat crow. We're about to beat them in November. I can't wait. Go blue. I would love to be able to do that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't live in a fantasy. Okay. I love my school, but I look at the team for what they are, and I take it how it is, and I can change my perspective based on what they show me rather than what I hope for. Show versus hope. There's a difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, fine. Yes, I picked Wisconsin. And
Dre will eat crow, DE. I will not eat any crow because I correctly picked the winner of the game. Now, my score prediction was way off, but nonetheless.
You picking Wisconsin.
So thanks again for
it's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. So big picture. I mean, what does this win mean for Michigan?
It means that, like I said, it's getting over a hump that you stumbled with throughout, the last couple of years. It's another Big Ten win, which is vital with, trying to get to the Big Ten title game because the margin of error is so small, especially playing here in the East. With us, the way Michigan State's playing this year, the way Penn State's playing this year, even Ohio State's struggling, hey, they still are undefeated in the Big Ten, right? So, we had to have this game. We can't afford to drop any Big Ten games. So, it's good from a exercise in demons type of standpoint, and also just this season and, staying undefeated in the standings.
Yeah. This is huge. I mean, I thought coming into the season before the season started, I thought Washington would be a test in some ways. Like I didn't think Michigan had any shot of losing to Washington. I just thought your roster was just so much better than theirs that that's not happening. But Wisconsin was the game that I was circling, that it just basically the first 4 games you have before you play Wisconsin, you need to essentially be tuning up for Wisconsin. And, and that's more a Jim Harbaugh mindset, right? Like you can't tell your players that they're, that's what we're doing. But for Jim, I think that should have been his mentality, and not sure if it was or wasn't, but nonetheless, you're staring 7-0 right in the face and looking at a trip to East Lansing, at least you being 7-0, but potentially I haven't looked at Michigan State's schedule, but we could be in for in college game day, number one, but a undefeated Michigan State and an undefeated Michigan. And you know what I mean? One of the biggest rivalries, like that would be perfect. That would be perfect. And I think it's real on Michigan side. I think it's real. Like you are going to be 7-0 going to East Lansing. So, when we start talking about, relevancy and I mean, Michigan was what, 14 today, ranked 14, and you get a big win here. You're easily talking about a top 10 team in 2 weeks, with 2 more wins. You're talking about a top 10 team. I think Michigan State's, ranked as well. So it's going to be incredible. Like it's going to be incredible, and it's shaping up. And once again, it's almost a reset. You know what I mean? Because the way I looked at the first 4 games was a tune-up for Wisconsin, and the way I'm looking at these next 2 games is a set. And I know before the season started to say like you got to get ready for Michigan State, like would have been crazy because they didn't have a great year last year, but that's probably what you need to do, like especially for this Nebraska team. I know people are, Joel Klatt is trying to tell us that Nebraska's much improved, blah, blah, blah. Nebraska's awful. Michigan should destroy them. They are terrible. Like
we'll find out tonight. We'll find out tonight. I think Nebraska plays with MSU tonight, so we'll find out tonight how much better Nebraska is.
Nebraska's going to lose. That's what's going to happen.
But I know what this is. Part of this is because you don't like Lincoln Riley, and you didn't value how well Nebraska played against Oklahoma. And
I don't care about that. No, hold on. That's got nothing to do with it. No. Now, I've got my criticisms of Lincoln Riley, but the Nebraska and all this take has nothing to do. I don't want to
go down that road. You're a Lincoln Riley hater, so it is what it is. Anyway,
we can move past that because we don't have enough time to do. We could do a show about just my feelings on Lincoln Riley and his perception. Right. Nonetheless, Michigan is going to have a huge game, and I don't know if they would ever flex that to like a night game, but that would be.
They tend to not. I would love that, but I think for the warrior foods out there that they would never do that. But
true, especially And honestly, like I think it works in Michigan's favor because having, being on the road and having a full day of just, libations for their fan base, like it would be nuts. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that it's
both. Okay, look, but both fan bases don't know how to act. So let's just keep it how it is.
Well, yeah. But no, I think like it's gonna be, that'll be a great game. But I think that's where we're trending. We're trending towards. I know Michigan should be 7-0, strolling into East Lansing and potentially Michigan State being there. Like I said, I don't know who they have on the schedule today and in the next couple of weeks, but man, that would be awesome to have Michigan in that primetime game. Like it would be really cool. It'd be awesome.
I agree.